Great crowd here tonight, great energy in the building, and the Huskies are going to need that support as they take on the Creighton Blue Jays. You just saw the UConn starting five. For the Creighton Blue Jays, our starting lineup presented by Subaru of New England, an experienced group, 4 juniors, and a grad transfer. And they do what they do very well, which is screen, move, shoot the 3-ball, and that is the challenge for UConn tonight. And hi, everybody, from Gamble with Megan Culmo. I'm Alan Bestwick. Maria Marino rejoins us from the sideline momentarily. So, December 28th out in Omaha, UConn did beat Creighton by 25 points. How'd they do it?
Well, you know, you talked about, they're experienced, Creighton is, but they're undersized. So UConn got the ball into that low post to Dorka Juhas and Aaliyah Edwards, and they were dominant. Look at those numbers, and that's exactly what they will need from this team again tonight. Dump the ball in the post and rebound the ball.
The two combined for 45 of those 72 points for the Huskies and 38 of 59 rebounds. And our keys to the game presented by Nissan. Now that game out in Omaha on December 28th, UConn played with only 7 players. They've played much of the last stretch of the season with only 8, but good news tonight, there'll be a 9th available. Caroline Ducharme back after missing 13 games.
Yeah, you said they only played with 7, as if that's a big deal. They've been doing that for a long time now, haven't they?
Right.
Very relieved are the Huskies to have Ducharme back available tonight.
See how many minutes Caroline is able to get. She had a big impact in that game out in Omaha that the Huskies won, and they could certainly use any production she can bring them tonight.
Yeah, she has a tendency to have an impact in any game she plays in.
For sure. Like it. All right, great atmosphere. This feels like it's going to be fun.
That's a great crowd for a Wednesday night in Stores.
Slight delay while they mop up. They used some fog machines tonight, and it looks like they might have had a little spillage as they took one of them away, so they're just mopping that up on the camera side of the court, near side. Gino Auriemma looking to remain unbeaten against Creighton, seeking career win number 1,172 tonight.
Looking rather confused, actually.
Just wants to get it going. And there's Jim Flannery in his 21st season at his alma mater. Flan knows what went wrong in the game out in Omaha. His team's been playing very well of late. They've won 6 straight coming in. And he's hoping they can get off to a fast start in this one.
Well, they were 3 of 28 from a long range. I do not expect them to shoot that poorly tonight.
Huskies in the home whites, Creighton in the road blues, and Emma Ronsick won the tip away from Dorka Juhas to start this one for the Blue Jays. They go inside. Morgan Molly tries to drive on Lopez Seneschal and see if she can draw a foul. She draws first points instead.
Morgan Molly is such a tough competitor. The lefty with the pull-up jumper.
Known for her outside shooting, so to see her drive like that on Lopez Seneschal, something to watch. A little different tactic there. There's Aaliyah Edwards. Got it.
So important for Edwards to knock down her first shot. She's struggled a bit of late offensively. I think for her confidence, that'll give her a big boost.
Ronsick drives on Lopez Seneschal. Kicks out. Here's Lauren Jensen. Now Rachel Saunders. And Molly Mogensen. Now Jensen again. Shot clock running down. 5 to shoot.
UConn staying in just a standard man-to-man defense.
Blocked by Juhas. Time violation and a turnover to UConn.
Really good communication in that defensive set. Nice anticipation on the block by Juhas.
How about Juhas being all the way out at the 3-point line to get that block? Lopez Seneschal, too strong. And that's going to be a foul on Creighton as Aaliyah Edwards was pushed away by Molly Mogensen under the basket.
That was a good call.
AZ Fudd, no timetable on her possible return. The good news of getting Ducharme back tonight, but Fudd still not participating in contact drills or full practice in any way. There's Nika Mule. No. Edwards gets it knocked out of her hands. Back off of Edwards, they'll say, and it'll be Creighton's basketball. The play still drew applause from Gino on the bench, so good effort on the hustle by Edwards.
Anytime you can come close to tracking down an offensive rebound, he's happy.
Roncic guarded by Juhas. Now Molly guarded by Edwards.
Creighton missed a wide open teammate there on that nice cut.
Mogensen drops it. Molly Mogensen, the junior from Farmington, Minnesota, gets her first 3 of the ball game.
They're going to make UConn beat them from outside. You can see a lot of blue jerseys inside.
Lopez Seneschal got the 3.
Talk about confidence. Lopez Seneschal has struggled from long range. Another player that's going to help her confidence.
Inside to Roncic, guarded by Lopez Seneschal. The big step through, doesn't fall. Juhas with the rebound for the Huskies.
What a good take. I don't know how that didn't go down.
Juhas with the quick kick to Griffin, too strong. Rebound will go to Creighton.
A lot of blue jerseys in there to rebound.
UConn badly out-rebounded Creighton out in Omaha. Point of emphasis for Jim Flannery for his squad tonight. Here's Mogensen. Got a mismatch inside. Roncic and Mule. Roncic steps out. 8 to shoot. Saunders will let it fly. Yes, that's a 3 for Rachel Saunders.
What a difference she has made since she's back and healthy.
Missed some time injured. Had only just come back when the Huskies played in Omaha. Three-point Creighton lead. Edwards. Now Lopez Seneschal, 10 to shoot. Here's Juhas. Griffin got the 3.
And for UConn to have a chance tonight, she's got to knock down that 3-point shot. UConn has to hit well from long range because Creighton is going to pack it in the lane.
Deflected pass. Lopez Seneschal got a hand on that. Edwards ahead to Lou. No foul. Into the bench hard. And helped up by her teammates is Lopez Seneschal.
Well, good steal there by Edwards. Let's see. Those good hands on the ball. I'm always in the camp for the officials to let them play.
Sure. And a good no call. Jensen missed from outside. Edwards gets the rebound on her second try. Coming up on halfway through quarter number 1 here at Gamble. Juhas calls for the ball. Left hand off the glass. Nothing.
She needed one dribble to get a little bit closer.
Here's Roncic.
Just watch Creighton on offense. They do such a good job of back cutting and moving without the ball. Well, in this case, with the ball.
Nice flash to the paint by Jensen. Missed the shot, though. And good rebound by Griffin. She has it knocked away from her. And then manages to get it to Juhas.
I don't think there was an official even near her to see what just happened.
Edwards drives. Going to get a call for foul on the floor. And that'll bring us to the timeout halfway through quarter number 1. 8 apiece, UConn and Creighton. 4:56 to go, quarter number 1, 8 apiece between UConn and Creighton. Flashback to Saturday's game at Georgetown. Hoyas putting on a fourth quarter press against UConn. Huskies struggling to close it out, and Aubrey Griffin made what might have been a game-saving play.
Well, Gino had told her to get off the ball, so she did, and then very savvy play by Georgetown. But how about the recovery? Wait a minute, you're going to knock it off me? Okay, I'll block your shot. Just a glimpse of her incredible athleticism.
And came back and nailed the free throws off of that foul to help the Huskies wrap up that win against the Hoyas in D.C. Making up for a mistake, obviously mispositioned on the inbounds play, but the athleticism coming through there for UConn. So So already seeing tonight that this is going to be a very different game than the one out in Omaha. Creighton was down 9-0 2 minutes and 7 seconds into the game in December. And Jim Flannery's bunch has gotten off to the start that they wanted against this UConn squad.
Yeah, they're too good. They're too competitive. You know, they're incredibly well coached, but they have so many upperclassmen and experienced players that they're not going to come up short like that again, at least in the way they shot the ball. I mean, they shot 10% from three-point range for the game.
And that created a lot of rebounding opportunities that UConn was able to take advantage of their size and get a lot of second chance points. So Huskies inbound here with a 20-second shot clock. To shoot. Lou got it.
She looks a little bit more comfortable, offensively.
Lopez Sedeshall already with 5 points in this game.
Perhaps a couple days of rest was helpful.
You think? For everybody on the team.
Us included.
Yeah, huh? You got a point there, too. Lauren Jensen got it. 4-3. Jensen, the junior from Lakeville, Minnesota. Second year playing for Creighton after transferring from Iowa. Edwards gets tied up, and they'll get called for a travel. Feels like a pretty fast pace at the start of this game, Meg, you think?
Well, you know, I like the fact that UConn has to run a little offense down there. They're not, you know, again, another team, Creighton is an example of yet another team taking away their fast break opportunities. UConn doing a decent job running offense.
Bronsick cut off. 22 Carly Batchelor into the game. Shot clock at 8. Jensen cut off by Griffin. Throws it up. And got it.
That kid can score.
Turnaround, twisting, hopeful shot. And it's going to be a foul as they put the ball into UHAS, and Mallory Brake will pick up her second. Look at that number.
Wow. And, you know, Gino joked with me about it over the weekend, saying there's no way Creighton is going to shoot as badly as they did that first game. Well, already.
Yep.
He looks like he knows what he's talking about.
38 years will teach you something, you saying? UHAS left alone for 3. Big for Dorka UHAS.
Hey, it doesn't always have to look the same. That's a bad foul by Mule.
Be her first. And brings the accompanied scowl. Not a shock.
We expect nothing less. And Mogensen is a tough kid as well.
Good job inside of Mogensen, not Mogensen, Batchelor slipping Aaliyah Edwards in the defensive zone.
Yeah, Batchelor almost got the steal on the inbound play. A heads-up play.
Turnaround shot for Lou Lopez Sedeshall.
How about a home court roll?
Yep.
Nice job by Mule not getting screened.
Molly hands the ball to Yanni Lockett, who gets it inside to Batchelor. No. Nice job by Batchelor to knock the rebound back outside. Long range 3 attempt from Lockett. Doesn't go. UHAS asks for the ball, and that was a cool bounce out. But how about Aaliyah Edwards?
That was an incredible rebound and putback, all in one movement.
Two-point UConn lead, 2 minutes to go, first quarter. Aubrey Griffin saw the pass coming and stole it away.
Let me tell you what, that was team defense at its best.
Body's on the floor there. That's going to be a foul on Keani Lockett, and Mule is slow to get up after falling hard.
Yeah, she fell on her. It looks like she fell on her elbow.
I don't know why they might call that a funny bone. There's nothing funny about smacking that on the floor. Listen to the ovation as Caroline Ducharme checks into the ballgame.
An appropriate ovation for a fan favorite.
How cool is that? Mule, that's way wide left, and will fall out of bounds.
So particularly, you may have been open, but you just whacked your arm on the floor. You may not want to shoot that.
Full feeling regained yet?
Yeah, her fingers are probably numb.
Yeah. Down to a minute to go in this first quarter. Here's Morgan Molly trying to drive on Aaliyah Edwards. Edwards ends up on the floor. Molly left alone at the three-point line, but the shot doesn't go. And Ducharme gets her first touch on a rebound with a good box out.
It was a terrific box out by Ducharme.
I'd get Caroline the ball right away. There it is.
This place would erupt if that went in.
Yeah.
How about the moxie, though? The first time she touched the ball in a game on the offensive end in a month.
Jensen from way outside. Molly gets the rebound. Second chance here for Creighton, and it's buried by Mogensen.
They have a relentless offensive attack, and everyone has to rebound the basketball. Creighton is so strong on the offensive end.
Inside of 30 seconds to go in the first quarter. Ronsick will get called for the foul as she had contact with UHaas. That's her first. 20.6 to go in the quarter for the Huskies to work with. Aaliyah Edwards will head out of the game to try and extend the quarter timeout. Aubrey Griffin back in. So it's Griffin, Ducharme, Lopez, Seneschal, Mule, and at the free throw line, Dorka UHaas. UHaas averaging a double-double on the season. Played all 40 minutes Saturday at Georgetown, just the second time this season. She's never left the floor during a game. He gets them both there.
Hey, free throws are critical. You've got to knock down the freebies.
So Creighton tries to set the last shot. 10 seconds in the quarter. Mogensen guarded by UHaas. Kick ball. 5.1 to go for the Blue Jays to work with.
Savvy play there by UHaas as the switch meant Lopez Seneschal was trying to guard a post player down in that low post.
Jensen looking for room. Back out to Ronsick, left alone at the three-point line, but missed the shot at the buzzer. Now UConn a little lucky there to end the first quarter, but a very close one here at Gamble. 1 point Husky lead after one. Gamble Pavilion ready for the second quarter between UConn and Creighton. Just a 1 point game after one. Nika Mule during that first quarter got 1 assist, which puts her in sole possession of 4th place for most assists in program history in a single season. That's a pretty impressive number and pretty impressive company ahead of her. And our fan choice poll question tonight, presented by Duncan, asks you if you know who is UConn's all-time leader in assists. Now, we just showed you the single season numbers. Who's the all-time leader in assists? Head to sny.tv/vote game and click on Game Day to cast your vote now. Check in with Maria Marino.
Thanks, Alan. Well, Nika Mule has been the leader of this team in many ways, and she's been under so much pressure this season with the team being shorthanded. I asked her if she has anything she's personally working on over the next few games, and she said maybe try to lean lean on my teammates more and let them lead me sometimes. She said, we're all so tired. We have to be able to lean on each other. She added that she trusts every one of her teammates, including those coming off the bench, to bring the energy and effort needed to lift the team.
You see right there, Maria, as they broke the huddle, Mule giving that encouragement, firing her team up.
She leads the huddles all the time. The most vocal player out there.
So we start the second quarter with the Huskies in possession of the ball. It's Mule, Edwards, Lopez, Seneschal, Griffin, and Ducharme, the 5 on the floor. UHaas getting the break here. Edwards from top of the key, no. Make something that stood out to you in that first quarter.
Well, UConn only had 2 points in the paint, so you got to give Creighton a lot of credit. There, Aubrey Griffin just hit the ball out of Edwards' hand.
Amy ran with the offensive board. Second chance points. Ball on the floor, and Creighton comes away with it. So this will be a third chance opportunity for Molly. That's wide, and Griffin has the rebound. Rebounding even in the first quarter, just about. Here's Ducharme driving, cut off, and it's turned over.
You're going to have some rust out of Ducharme as she's just coming into the picture.
Haran buries the 3. The junior from Omaha on the board.
Creighton loves to jack up threes.
Only have 2 more than they did the entire game out in Omaha. Ducharme cut off by Mogensen. Edwards triple teamed. Somebody's got to be open. It's Mule, too strong. And Mogensen there for the rebound.
And that's what Flannery wants. He wants Mule. Of all of UConn's players, he wants Mule to shoot the 3.
Molly will try and drive. Ducharme got a hand on the ball. I think. Either way, shot didn't go. Here come the Huskies. Ducharme blocked. Blocked by Saunders. And Ducharme is very slow to get up. And she will head to the bench in favor of Dorothy UHaas. A return to the floor for Caroline.
Part of that's fatigue. It was good take. It's a good block. Hand was on the ball.
And Edwards triple teamed in there and is going to finally draw a foul.
There's a lot of bodies in there. Banging on her.
Be on Lauren Jensen. So Caroline Ducharme, 2 shots and a rebound in her 3 minutes on the floor. UHaas sees space. Got it.
Great recognition by UHaas, noticing that not only was she one-on-one, but there was no help on that backside.
7 for UHaas. Jensen. Griffin is going to get fouled as she fought with Rachel Saunders for the rebound. So that'll be the first on Saunders.
First personal, second team foul.
Jim Flannery coaching at his alma mater. Gino Auriemma looking to find a way. He knew, Gino told his team at the end of shoot-around today that all of these remaining conference games were going to be tough. He knew what was coming here and what they face on Saturday in Philadelphia.
A dogfight every game.
Edwards looking for space. Bucket doesn't go.
It's a good, strong move. You just got to finish and not fade away.
There's Mogensen, now Runsick. Shot clock down now to 11, 10. Saunders with the ball. Runsick steps way out. Gets Griffin turned around, missed the shot short, and it's knocked into the hands of Mule. Griffin ahead of the pack. Has to pull up to keep from committing the offensive foul, but gets her own miss.
Good decision, Nika Mule.
How about that from Mule?
I thought she got bumped, and I also thought she walked.
End result, she got the 2 points. Inside break was trying to cut. It was knocked away from her by Griffin.
Mule was lucky that Griffin snuck in there to help. And then on the other end, the terrific decision to not shoot the ball. And the strong take to the basket and nice finish.
So Nika Mule with 2 points on 1 of 4 shooting. She's 0 for 3 from long range. Creighton basketball, 8 to shoot here. Mule ended up on the floor. Bronson. No. And Uhas gets the rebound. Into Edwards, back out to Griffin. Flannery wanted to travel, but didn't get it. Griffin cuts, nice feed. Tough catch and a good basket for Griffin.
Terrific offense there, good decision by UConn. Don't settle for the long-range shot because it's open. Work and get a layup.
So a 6-0 run by the Huskies here over the last couple of minutes. It's still just a 4-point lead.
And a lot of it starting with good defense.
Jensen. No, ball on the floor. Bodies on the floor. That'll be a tied-up basketball. It'll be Creighton's on the alternating possession arrow. Well, right now, Creighton shooting 32% from the floor, 33% from outside. Huskies 43% from the floor, but still 33% from outside. Though you see in this second quarter, things not quite going the way that they did in the first for Creighton. Mogensen. No. Good rebound by Uhas. Lopez Seneschal draws the foul as she tried to get ahead of the pack. That'll be the second on Jensen.
Foul number 15, Lauren Jensen.
I thought it was a gutsy pass for Mule. It wasn't like Lopez Seneschal was in the clear. But you gotta love the aggressiveness of this team, and with Nika Mule in particular, to just want to push the ball up and score in transition.
So here's Lou Lopez Seneschal at the free throw line for UConn. Lou had her lowest scoring game of the season Saturday at Georgetown, but is certainly off to a good start in this one tonight, despite being challenged by a strong Creighton defense. Edwards gets the rebound, and she'll get fouled. They'll call Ronsick for a hold, and that's the second on Ronsick for Creighton. So Jensen goes to the bench with 2. Ronsick has 2.
And Flannery's like, seriously? Edwards was in the second spot. It's a savvy play, not a great box out by Ronsick.
Uhas for 3, no. And that rebound came a long way out, past the free throw line to Ronsick.
Griffin just mistimed that jump, too. She could have had it.
Here's Morgan Molly, trying to drive on Mule. Gets the shot away, doesn't go. Griffin got the rebound. Halfway through quarter number 2 here at Gamble Pavilion on a Wednesday night. Good crowd here. Good game so far between Creighton and UConn. Edwards through traffic, too strong.
Just too fast in there.
Mogensen didn't get called for the travel. Fans wanted it. Floater by Lockett missed. And it's going to be out of bounds and lead us to a timeout.
Smart play by Aaliyah Edwards.
So a 7-0 run for UConn gives the Huskies a 5-point lead. Edwards to Griffin, part of that run. 4:18 to go, second quarter. Huskies with a 5-point lead over Creighton on a 7-0 run over the last 3.5 minutes or so. And let's go to Meg for a look at Como's Court Vision, brought to you by Yale New Haven Health.
Well, Aubrey Griffin, you see her right here on the defensive end of the floor. Watch her throughout this possession. She does a tremendous job of being in the right place, seeing the ball, seeing her man, staying in the lane. There she waves to switch with Lopez Seneschal. And then watch, the ball comes in the lane. She comes over to help. That's team defense at its best.
Now the Huskies making it hard on the Blue Jays in this quarter from the floor. Creighton only 1 of 12 from the floor in this quarter. That's 8%. Not that it's been an incredible thing of beauty for UConn. They're 3 of 10 in this quarter, 30%. which is far below their season average of 51%. There's the drought for Creighton.
Well, you know, UConn this season, they certainly like to keep things interesting, right? But they've got to figure out offensively their flow. You know, they want to get the ball to that low post. Griffin has been a great threat on the offensive end, but they don't have a proven long-range shooter right now.
5 starters on the floor for the Huskies. Lopez Seneschal finds Edwards. Nice shot from about 15 feet.
Yeah, perfect distance for Edwards. Now, Lopez Seneschal, obviously, their most consistent long-range shooter, but she needs help.
Mogensen cut off by Mule. There's Ronsick. Mogensen again. Griffin got a hand on the ball. Saved in bounds, but it's right to Nika Mule. Good defensive retreat, and Aaliyah Edwards comes charging in, and it's a block.
Now number 31, Emma Ronsick.
And that is huge because that call is on Ronsick, and that's her 3rd.
Oh, I thought they were going to give it to Molly. Yeah, it was on 31. That's devastating for Creighton.
So Emma Ronsick goes to the bench, having yet to score in the ball game, and good to see Caroline Ducharme back on the floor for her 2nd stint. And here's Aaliyah Edwards at the free throw line for UConn.
And it's important for Lopez Seneschal to get a break.
Yep, the one that went to the bench in favor of Caroline.
And so important for Ducharme just to get minutes to get back into game shape. You can run and work out all you want, but there's nothing like game shape.
Taking the contact and doing the things that come with it. So now a 9-point UConn lead and an 11-0 run. UHaas almost got the steal. Bachelor. Now Lockett. Shot clock at 10.
Mule down in that low post.
Johnny Lockett, the freshman, drives and scores.
That was a good take. I mean, that's a tough assignment for Aaliyah Edwards, guarding a guard on the perimeter.
So the freshman Lockett stops the UConn run at 11. Here's UHaas. Doesn't get the call, doesn't get the bucket. And that'll be out of bounds off of UConn.
See, those are the frustrating plays for Gino Auriemma because Dorka UHaas, yeah, you see he's clapping his hands. Come on, Dorka, she's got to come out of there with either a bucket or a foul, or in the best case scenario, both.
So a 7-point Creighton lead. Carly Bachelor. Now Horan, 6 to shoot, 5 to shoot. Mogensen on Mule. Not even an attempt at the bucket. Excellent UConn defense on that possession.
Outstanding defensive possession. Flannery not happy about it. But you got to give UConn credit for the way they just sat in the stance. They communicated well, switched when they had to, and took away the long-range play of Creighton.
Aubrey Griffin goes to the bench for a breather. Lou Lopez Seneschal back on the floor for UConn. And 2 of the key players for Creighton have been taken completely off the score sheet so far. I mentioned Ronsick having no points. Morgan Molly, 2 points on 1 of 7. Here's Ducharme. No. Fight for the rebound. Molly comes away with it.
Great rebound by Molly. She had Edwards grabbing for it as well. Not easy to pull it away from her.
Molly wearing number 30 for Creighton. Had the ball, now the pass. That's Jensen. Yes, that's 3. Lauren Jensen with another triple.
Yeah, Jensen's their leading scorer. She's averaging 16 a game.
She will not hesitate to pull the trigger from about any place on the floor.
Seneschal is grimacing with her right knee.
Little contact in traffic. There's UHaas. That shot was short. And there's Jensen with a rebound.
You can see Lopez Seneschal limping down there in the middle of the key.
Edwards picks up Jensen on the switch. Here's Molly. Back to Jensen. Looking for room to drive. Puts it up with one hand. No. Nice rebound, Juhas.
And don't forget, that's Aaliyah Edwards guarding Jensen there.
They'll call Ducharme.
Yeah, she touched the sideline.
Well, Gary Apple and Karen Walters will have the first half highlights and analysis. It's the UConn women's basketball halftime show presented by Dunkin'. And we're already just a 51.6 to go in this second quarter. Creighton just 2 of their last 11, and this is a team that was shooting 51% coming in. Molly missed on that one. Here's Lopez Seneschal with the rebound. 5 seconds or so difference between shot clock and game clock as we wind down toward halftime. Been almost 3 minutes since UConn scored. Aaliyah Edwards, too strong. Mule with the rebound, and there's going to be a foul on the floor.
Watch number 11 there as she's cutting, Lou Lopez Seneschal.
Right there.
You can see her there as she cut and came out. That's when she began favoring that right knee, and she's been struggling with it. You can see underneath that white knee pad, she's got that black physio tape.
It looked like she and Saunders might have had just enough contact there to knock her off balance. So Mule at the free throw line with 16.5 to go. Not the sight a UConn fan wants to see. Bench.
Good box out by all those blue jerseys down there.
Particularly Ronsick into the game with 3 fouls with 10 seconds to go in the half. Saunders lets it fly. Got it. 2 seconds and 1. Rippin with the heave. Doesn't go. Well, the Huskies opened up a little bit of gap on Creighton, but then in the final moments of this second quarter, the Blue Jays closed it right back up as the Huskies missed their last 5 field goal attempts. And it's just a 2-point game at halftime, 31-29. UConn leading Creighton.
First, we'd like to take a moment to recognize the players on the women's basketball team.
There is a little ceremony about to happen concerning grade point average.
Yeah, I don't know if I was ever involved in any of these.
No, that wasn't you.
Hey, Gino, I know Creighton got that shot off at the end, but wow, how about your defense in that first half?
Yeah, for the most part, it's been really good. You know, obviously they're a very difficult team to guard because, you know, either 4 or 5 of those guys are good three-point shooters, and again, they play without a center, so it really puts a lot of pressure on our big guys to have to come out and play great D. But yeah, I mean, you hold a team that's averaging 72 to 29. I think that's pretty good. We just got to generate some. You know, we get stuck with the ball. You know, when we're moving and everything's going great, we're good. But we get stuck a couple times, and we got to fix that. Well,
something that may help. We saw the reappearance of Caroline Ducharme. That was a shot in the arm, and that will certainly help your offense down the stretch. Yeah. You know, we're going to try to give her limited minutes today, and. You know, she's had a couple good looks, and if we can keep getting her those looks, obviously, you know, she hasn't played in so long, but no question about it. You know, we're really going to benefit from having her. All right, good luck the second half. Thank you.
Our interview with Gino at halftime, presented by Dunkin'. Dorka Juhas with 3 there for the Huskies, who lead by just 2 at the break. Just a 2-point ball game here at Gamble Pavilion. Huskies leading the Creighton Blue Jays as the teams come back onto the floor to start the third quarter. With Megan Cuomo, I'm Alan Bestwick. Maria Marino rejoins us shortly. So at the start of the game, we talked about points in the paint being such a thing for UConn when they beat Creighton by 25 out in Omaha. We said that'd be a key tonight. What's it been like?
Well, you know, I think Aaliyah Edwards and Dorka Juhas are playing really well. They've got about half of UConn's points. You know, they've come in a little bit of a different way way. It's not totally down in that low post. Edwards, a nice job taking what they're giving her along the perimeter. Offensive rebound was key. As good a job as Creighton did do limiting UConn's looks, but UConn also so effective. Her 1-3 in that first half came at a really good time to open up some offense for UConn. A really good decision to drive and penetrate, taking what the defense is giving them.
UConn and Edwards have combined for 15 of UConn's 31 points. They've got 9 of the Huskies' rebounds in this one, of the 21 that they have. But in a game that UConn led by as much as 9, it's just 2 points as we get ready to start this third quarter. Griffin, Mule, Uhas, Edwards, and Lopez Seneschal on the floor to start this third quarter.
We saw Lopez Seneschal grabbing that right knee at the end of the first half. It's going to take a lot more than that to keep her out.
Creighton's 5 starters on the floor as well, including Emma Ronsick, 31, who has 3 fouls. Griffin cut off nicely by Saunders. 8 to shoot for the Huskies. Inside to Uhas. Nice kick to Edwards. Couldn't bury the shot.
I mean, that's the shot you want. It was a good shot, just couldn't get it to go down.
Saunders cut off by Griffin. That leaves Molly open at the three-point line in her favorite spot and buries it.
And why did Aubrey Griffin run away from her man to go after another player? Stay with your man. They're too dangerous, a three-point shooting team.
I think she just heard that from Gino. That's off Mule's hands and out of bounds, and a turnover by the Huskies.
What I'm talking about here, you watch Aubrey Griffin. She runs down there, see her, and then, oh, wait, I got to get back. You never should have left in the first place.
Saunders for 3.
If you remember, Creighton started the game really hot. And then they cooled off a bit. They're starting the third quarter the same way, and now they've got themselves a 4-point lead.
6-0 run for the Blue Jays out of the locker room. Here's Edwards. Triple teamed. Doesn't go.
You know, the problem is, you know you've got 2, or in that case, 3 defenders on you. Kick it to someone open.
Nice running up and in from Lauren Jensen, and it's now an 8-0 Blue Jay run. Timeout UConn.
Good run by Flannery's club. Just really aggressive on the offensive end.
And they are fired up about it. Creighton Blue Jays have come roaring out of the locker room to start this third quarter. An 8-0 run to take a 6-point lead over UConn.
Well, Saunders, 3 for 3 from long range today. Feeling good. The bench is loving it. And then what happens is UConn, so concerned about it, jumps out. And then what a smart play by Jensen, knowing that there was no help on that weak side. UConn, they're one of their worst defensive possessions of the game.
And so the timeout by Gino to talk about it, and we'll check in with Maria.
Hey, Alan, so in that last huddle, Gino was pretty upset. He said, you got to pay attention and do what we tell you to do. They're driving to get threes. Don't fall for getting drawn into the paint, and he wants them to stay aggressive on closeouts.
Fans still on their feet from the start of this second half, looking for UConn's first score. Going to be a foul inside on the floor. That's going to be on Saunders, her second Creighton foul there. So one of the things that Creighton collapsing into the paint is doing is they're daring UConn to shoot threes. You got to make a couple of those.
You have to make some to loosen things up.
That shot rolls away and doesn't fall, and a Creighton rebound and a chance to extend their run.
Aaliyah Edwards a little frustrated right now. So now UConn is just going to have to get into a stance and play defense in the half court.
They did that so well for a lot of that first half to frustrate Creighton. Like I said, Huskies led this game by as many as 9. 10 to shoot. Morgan Molly got the 3 from the corner.
That kid is so tough. What a shot by Molly.
Had been shut out for a lot of the first half, suddenly has 8 points. Ewell tried to kick it to Uhas for a 3, but bounced it off the defender.
Those are those passes that make Gino Auriemma crazy.
Jensen finds, no, that's going to be an offensive foul as Jensen went crashing into Lopez Seneschal.
UConn caught a break. As you see, that shot went in by Saunders, but it's no good. Offensive foul with the charge in the lane. Smart play by Lopez Seneschal to take it.
And that's the 3rd personal on Lauren Jensen, who is the first player into double figures in scoring in this game. So Jensen and Ronsick each with 3 fouls for Creighton.
And the UConn crowd is still standing, waiting for the first bucket.
Edwards. No. And nobody there but Mogensen for Creighton.
She wanted it right back. UConn wasn't guarding her.
Ronsick gets the rebound over the top of Uhas. Hits the ball on the floor, double teamed by Griffin. 10 to shoot for Creighton. Molly lets it fly over the top of everything. Ball on the floor. It's going to be kicked around and out of bounds off Creighton. Nine-point Blue Jay lead.
UConn needs someone to step up and make a smart play offensively.
Uhas guarded by Ronsick. Mule with all kinds of time. No. Rebound Saunders. Mule 0 for 4 from long range in the ballgame.
And that's by design. Creighton is saying, okay, Nika Mule, we'll let you shoot it.
So over 4 minutes in this 3rd quarter without a UConn basket. An 11-0 Creighton run. Caroline Descharne at the scorer's table waiting to check in. Jensen gets away from Griffin, misses. And the rebound goes to Ronsick.
And Jensen had an open shot.
Ronsick takes a 3, no. Uhas gets the rebound, has to fight to hold on. She'll get fouled by Molly.
First on Morgan Molly, 3rd team foul.
So Dorka, watch Uhas. She catches it. And sometimes she'll bring it down, and it makes it easier for the defense to get in there and grab it. Great job that time to create that, to draw the foul. And in the meantime, UConn better score, or the people here are going to be exhausted.
Yes. Here's Edwards. Out to Uhas. That's a 3, and it goes.
Well, that's a great pass from Edwards because she had 3 players on her. Kick it out to the open Uhas.
5 minutes and 3 seconds into the 3rd quarter. The Huskies finally get a bucket. Ducharme in the ball game. Griffin has gone to the bench for a breather. Here's Saunders driving on Ducharme. Cut off. Batchelor over Edwards. Carly Batchelor with the bucket.
Creighton just has a lot of scorers on the floor at all times.
Lopez Seneschal, no.
Edwards got away with a foul there, too.
There's Saunders running. Jensen on the floor, tries to get by Ducharme. To shoot. Uhas tipped that away. So with 8 to shoot, we reach the timeout halfway through quarter number 3. 3:59 to go. Creighton with a 13-3 run in this period. Well, the score by quarter tells the story a bit. It's been all Creighton in this 3rd period.
Well, we talked about UConn's offense, and Creighton do a good job of taking things away in the lane. The double team there forcing the turnover, or the double team causing a missed shot. Instead, how about when the ball comes in, you see the double coming, kick it to an open teammate for a wide open shot.
So Aaliyah Edwards certainly frustrated by the amount of traffic she has faced tonight. Still has 8 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. And after the teams were pretty much even on rebounds in the first half, Creighton out rebounding the Huskies here in this third quarter. Bronczyk steps back, blocked by Griffin as the shot clock expired. Let's check this replay first.
Another terrific example of the outstanding athleticism of Aubrey Griffin.
Now a check with Maria.
All right, Alan, well, in that last huddle, Gino said to his team, you really think you can be stupid with this, guys? We know number 14 isn't a shooter. She caught the ball on the outside. We ran out to face guard her. She drove right by us. We have to know who we are guarding and what we're doing.
Their turnover because Aaliyah Edwards thought Caroline Ducharme was going to stay there. See, don't forget, Ducharme has missed so much action. They're a little bit out of sync.
6 turnovers in the ball game for UConn to 7 for Creighton.
Hey, 6 is pretty low for UConn.
That is very
this
low
season.
For a team that's averaging 16 a game. Batchelor. Off her knee, out of
Aubrey
bounds.
Griffin again, outstanding help. Was the one who reached in, hit the ball, and then it went off of Creighton's leg. Watch this. Really smart play, well defended, but look at the hands there by 44 on the left.
There's Lopez Seneschal, no. And Morgan Molly with the rebound.
Not the ideal shot.
And that's the thing, Huskies have gotten a couple stops and haven't gotten any points on the other end to try and close the gap now.
Offensively, they're just struggling to find any flow. Some of it you got to credit Creighton's defense. Some of it they're just not making great decisions.
Call a foul on Griffin there as Morgan Molly tried to go up for the bucket. That'll be the first on Griffin. And so a 2-minute and 12-second scoring drought for the Huskies here, and Creighton will shoot its first free throws of the ball game.
It's incredible that that's only their first, but Alan, think about how many threes and long-range shots Flannery's team actually takes. They don't get into the lane a lot.
And Molly, the junior from Creighton, Nebraska, makes them both. A 10-point lead. Dorothy Uhas back at the scorer's table waiting to check in. Ducharme tries to drive. Won't go. Gets her own rebound. Nice kick to Mule, who decides not to shoot.
Good decision.
Caroline will shoot. That won't go. Ducharme 0 for 5 from the floor, and that's tough because in warm-ups today and in practice earlier, she was making them from everywhere.
It's always the way it goes.
Yeah. First game back after not playing since December 31st for Ducharme. Here's Uhas back onto the floor for UConn, and Aaliyah Edwards will go to the bench for a break.
It's incredibly difficult, dare I say, impossible to come in and begin where you left off. There's some rust.
And a foul.
I can't believe that she's getting the end one on that one.
Lopez Seneschal driving through traffic and draws the foul, plus gets the bucket. It's going to be the third on Rachel Saunders. And Lopez Seneschal adds the extra.
UConn got a gift on that call.
At this point, with that scoreboard, they'll take it. defense making some noise, trying to help the home side. Here's Jensen driving on Juhas. Excellent defense by Dorka. Griffin with a steal. Takes it to the rim, it won't go. Gets her own miss, and it's stolen away.
You couldn't make that up. Just couldn't get a handle on it.
Yeah. Minute 15 to go in this third quarter. What a fight just outside the paint between Molly and Mule. And finally they will call Mule for the foul, and she goes right into the face of referee Billy Smith and has a say. Unfortunately, he calmly walks away. Not that Nika might have said anything untoward, but they were wrestling outside the paint.
It was both kids are physical. And it's a good call. Nika just got caught. They were both fouling each other. She got caught.
Second foul on Mule. Molly slipped away from Juhas. The fadeaway, no. Saunders gets in there for the rebound. And they'll call a foul. That's going to be on Mule as well. Her third.
Number 10, Nika Mule.
So a minute to go in this third quarter, and that is the first Husky to pick up some foul trouble. And Aaliyah Edwards quickly up off the bench to come back into the game, but not for Mule. It'll be for Aubrey Griffin.
Well, Mule has to know that she can't pick up her fourth foul. She knows she's got to be smart. They need her to run the offense.
Saunders from the free throw stripe, got it.
Lack of communication by UConn, and Creighton made them pay.
Rachel Saunders perfect from the floor. 4 of 4 in this one for 11 points, 3 of them from long range. Almost a miscommunication there. Lopez Seneschal drives. What a heady play.
She's just such a smart basketball player, and especially on the offensive end.
Had 2 defenders in front of her. They both looked away just for a second. She didn't hesitate. 13 for Lou, leading scorer for UConn. 1.5 seconds difference between shot clock and game clock. Batchelor just slices her way right to the rim.
What was UConn doing?
1 to shoot. Ducharme. Oh, backboard and rim, but not in. And a third quarter that was dominated by Creighton leaves UConn in a 9-point hole as we head to the fourth at Gamble Pavilion. Our fan choice poll question presented by Duncan. We asked you tonight who you thought UConn's all-time leader in assists was. A little bit of a trivia game for us, and you were right.
All right.
Molly Jefferson.
She had some pretty good teammates to pass to, that's for sure.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt, right? Our game reset now presented by your local New England Honda dealers. So we head to the fourth. Huskies led this one by 9 earlier. Now they trail by 9 after Creighton outscored them 19-8 in quarter number 3. Blue Jays really got hot from outside, and they're running their offense well. And Court Vision as a little illustration of what's gone wrong for UConn's defense.
Well, you know, in a play where they really need to make a stop, okay? Watch what happens. The players get down in the corner right here. Aaliyah Edwards and Dorka Juhas don't communicate. And look, Juhas looks at Edwards like, what are you doing? So they're coming down. You talk to each other. You switch or you don't switch, but you have to communicate. Wide open layup for Creighton. Those are plays that we have never really seen out of UConn when it really matters over the years.
There you look at the fact that UConn has been so strong out of the locker room, both in the first and third quarters this season. Tonight, a -11 in quarter number 3. And so if you are the Husky coaching staff and trying to find a way to get your team to overcome a very energized and confident Creighton team.
It's just one possession at a time. Just get down, play good defense, get in your stance, communicate. Another miscommunication.
Mogensen
Wide open.
finds
See?
Saunders for a bank shot, too.
Really good poise offensively for Creighton. They're just picking UConn apart.
They believe, for sure. UConn.
What's Edwards doing out there?
Finds Mule top of the key. Got the three to go. Her first made three of the night.
At a great time when her team really needs it.
There's
Showing
Batchelor.
a little zone here.
Bronsick with the skip pass over to Mogensen. Too strong, and the rebound right to Aaliyah Edwards, and she throws it away. Right to Batchelor.
Those are the plays that just don't make sense. Give Creighton credit. Carly Batchelor stepping in, not giving up on the play. Edwards just threw it right to her on the outlet pass.
Blue Jays out-rebounded the Huskies 12-4 in that third quarter. Here's Jensen driving on Ducharme, cut off. 5 to shoot. Batchelor. Lopez Seneschal got tangled up and fell down. No foul called, and UConn with the rebound on the miss. Ducharme from the corner. Got the three to go. Time out, Creighton. Caroline Ducharme in her first game of 2023 drains the three from the corner to get the crowd going. So Huskies getting it going in this fourth quarter have trimmed an 11-point deficit down to 5, and it's all come from beyond the arc.
Well, they've dug themselves a pretty big hole. Pretty good timing for Nika Mule to hit her first three of the game, and Ducharme, her first three in over a month. And she was 0 for 5, 0 for 4 coming into that shot, and I just love the guts of Ducharme. Just keep shooting the ball when she's open.
And just what UConn needed. Fabulous atmosphere here in Gamble Pavilion tonight. And there's still work to be done by the Huskies as they still trail Creighton by 5.
They've got a lot of work to do.
After a very poorly played third quarter in which they were out-rebounded and had 5 of their 10 turnovers in the game. Ronsick got away with one maybe. There's Jensen from outside, around and out. Molly won't get the rebound, but she'll draw the foul.
To show you a great example of what Creighton likes to do, they had a wide-open layup in the lane, and Ronsick kicked it out for a 3. They missed it, but then Molly gets the rebound and gets herself fouled.
So the first on Aaliyah Edwards. And Morgan Molly at the free throw line. She is 5th in the Big East in field goal percentage. Is the Big East 6th Woman of the Year a season ago.
I tell you what, perfect free throws, yet she's only a 65% free throw shooter on the year.
Making it in front of that Stores student section.
That's gutsy. I love gutsy kids.
There's Ducharme off the UConn screen. Cut off. She's going to take it to the rim anyway. And it goes.
What a great take by Ducharme. You forgot about that part of her game. Yes, she can shoot from long range, but she's crafty in the lane.
5 straight points for Ducharme.
Yeah, this is just toughness. Can UConn play defense and hold them, and can Creighton get the shot they want?
There's Molly. Hands it to Saunders. 5 to shoot. Ducharme defending. Saunders takes it in. Doesn't go. UConn with another rebound for UConn.
It's a really good take by Saunders. Just couldn't get it to drop.
10 and 6 for Dorka. Mule. Quickly closed out. Feeds it inside to UConn. A nice aggressive take, but it doesn't fall.
Again, you have to come out of there with a bucket or a foul or both.
I'll say this for Creighton, they do a very good job of straight up in those tight quarters. UConn's had its share of free throws tonight, but Ronsick kicks. Jensen left all alone in the corner. She's going to hit that most times.
Jensen is too good a shooter to miss when she's wide open.
13 for Jensen. She and Saunders, 13 apiece for Creighton. And Mule, who finds herself alone under the bucket. Nice look from Uhas.
Good communication there non-verbally by Mule. She was like, give me the ball, I'm open. It was a lack of communication by Creighton and a mismatch.
Ronsick throws it. Mule anticipated and stole it. Knocked away off of Mogensen. It'll be UConn basketball, 25 to shoot.
And for Creighton, number 22, Carly Batchelor.
So Ducharme goes to the bench.
Terrific minutes by Caroline Ducharme.
And again,
give her a break and then let her come back in a minute or two.
Absolutely. Edwards through a double team, no. Gets the rebound. Through another double team, will get a foul.
So really good take. Just short-armed it, but then stayed with it. Lucky they didn't call her for the walk with that right foot moving.
That shake of the head tells you all you need to know, that was the 4th foul on Emma Ronsick for Creighton. She has been shut out on the scoreboard tonight, but no move by Jim Flannery to take her out of the game.
She's one of the leaders of this team, and she's a junior, and she's too important for this team. She struggled offensively. You know what? She's just passing the ball. They need her out there.
A couple of huge free throw makes there for Leah Edwards. 4-point Creighton lead. Jensen defended by Mule. And Mule will foul. That'll be her 4th.
That's a critical foul.
Yep.
And the ball was dead. She was just standing there. She did bump her. And it's right in front of the official.
So Mule with 4, but no movement to take her to the bench with half of this 4th quarter still to go.
She's got to be smart.
She's fighting with Ronsick down in the paint.
She better be smart. Let me repeat that.
Gonna call a foul on the floor on Uhas, going after the rebound.
Wow.
No, check that on Lopez Seneschal. That is her 1st.
So you watch 11 there as we come down. Yeah, she was holding her with the left arm. Now it's just toughness, getting a stance. And if you're Creighton, just execute.
Saunders. Batchelor. Through a double team, and that somehow went.
What a tough shot by Batchelor.
The senior from Topeka. How she finds time to play basketball and be a nursing major, I don't know. But she got an important bucket there. There's Uhas, it won't go. Off of UConn. Creighton basketball.
On the opposite end, how about this? In traffic, you know, Audrey Griffin couldn't have guarded that much better. Just a really tough shot.
So 4 to go. Mule here guarding Jensen. Ronsick 31 for Creighton also with 4 fouls. Here's Morgan Molly, guarded by Lopez Seneschal. Man, what a pivot.
Well, what happened was...
That is Creighton basketball.
That's an interesting call. It looked like it was off a blue hand. But Lopez Seneschal lost her balance. Lots going on in there. Oh, Uhas. It was close.
It was.
Looks like it could have gone off Uhas's left hand.
3.5 to go. Huskies trail by 6. Jensen drives on Edwards. Jensen throws one up. No. Uhas fights for the rebound, and they're going to call a foul on who?
On Uhas.
Uhas.
Yeah, and see, that's where Emma Ronsick is so savvy. Uhas had inside position, and Ronsick kept the play alive. Got the foul called against Uhas, and now it's Creighton possession.
20-second shot clock for Creighton as Uhas goes to the bench, and Ducharme comes back in. And Ronsick was wide open on the defensive confusion.
How lucky did UConn get there? Wow.
Wide open and fumbled away.
Look at that. Aubrey Griffin had fallen down. I think there was water on the floor.
They will call a foul on Creighton.
Creighton foul number 13.
It's going to be Saunders, her 4th.
Well, Creighton has a couple players who, for a lot of the game, they've had 3 and 4 fouls, and it hasn't bothered them at all.
Left them on the floor. Huskies need a score here. 2 minutes and 14 seconds without a bucket at that whistle.
Well, Gino says they get stuck.
Ducharme gets the bucket and a foul.
Welcome back, Caroline Ducharme.
Foul number 13, Nathan Saunders, her 5th personal foul.
She loves that step-through play. And I don't know about the foul. Kind of a weak call, but UConn fans cheered loudly as you see Saunders fouled out.
She is done with 13 points now on the bench for the rest of the ball game. Here's Ducharme. Gets the extra at the free throw line.
And just like that, it's a 3-point game.
UConn trailed by 11 at 1 point. Less than 3 to go here at Gamble.
Now it just comes down to toughness on the defensive end.
Molly shakes free, tries to get a step on Edwards. Out of bounds off Creighton, UConn basketball.
UConn has to remember that Morgan Molly is left-handed. She only wants to go to her left. Make her go right.
So 2:38 to go. Huskies trail by 1 possession by 3 points as they stop to dry up a little moisture on the court. And a timeout is called by Creighton. What a fun one. Frantic finish coming up from Stores. Gino Auriemma said to his team this morning at their shoot-around, this was going to be a tough game. He was not lying.
No, I mean, Creighton is so good. They're well coached, and it's interesting that no team has pressed, and Creighton didn't press UConn at all. And we asked Jim Flannery about it before the game. He goes, you know what, that's really not part of our game. If I have a certain, group in there, we will, but they haven't had to.
Lopez Seneschal almost lost it. Edwards tries to post. Double teamed, through the double team, gets the bucket.
It's a good time for Aaliyah Edwards to get what seems like the first bucket all game.
1 point ball game.
Nika Mule's got 4 fouls. She's got to remember that.
10 to shoot for Creighton. Jensen on Ducharme. Lets it fly for 3. Doesn't go. Edwards with the rebound. Lopez Seneschal on the cut. And the Huskies lead.
What a play by Mule and Lopez Seneschal.
For Lou, listen to the Gamble crowd. 10 to shoot. Molly lets it fly. That's a three. Morgan Molly puts Creighton back out front.
How tough is Morgan Molly? The guts.
Timeout, UConn.
How much fun to watch number 30, Morgan Molly.
15 for Molly, along with Lopez Seneschal, the leading scorer in the ball game. And what a beautiful play from Mule to Lopez Seneschal.
That's just great communication, terrific cut. And then how about that down the other way? She was well beyond the arc. It's not an easy defensive sequence there for Aaliyah Edwards out there guarding her. Aaliyah Edwards is used to being in the lane.
So Rachel Saunders is fouled out. Two of the other Creighton starters with 4 and 3 fouls apiece, Ronsick and Jensen. On the UConn side, Mule has 4 fouls. Story of this game, Huskies had at one point a 9-point lead. Creighton just came out of the locker room at halftime and put it to UConn. And opened up what was eventually an 11-point gap on the Huskies. And since this fourth quarter started, UConn has been fighting and clawing at both ends of the court.
They really have. I mean, that third quarter really put them in a deep hole. Give credit to Creighton because they played an exceptional game in that third quarter. But I give UConn credit for the way they have fought back and clawed back in this fourth quarter. And now it's all on the line. A minute 7 to go. It's just going to be one possession at a time.
And no question, one of the key players in this fourth quarter rally is Caroline Ducharme, playing her first game in 2023. She had 5 straight points at one point for UConn, 8 total in the ballgame. So a minute to go. Huskies' deficit is 2.
1 minute.
Edwards tripped. Ball on the floor. Tied up basketball. It stays with UConn. 13 to shoot.
And Jim Flannery is irate, thinking that's a walk. But again, you've got to recognize when there's a lot of blue jerseys around you, and if there's a double or a triple, you got to kick it.
So they wipe up a little bit of the moisture where the bodies hit the floor. 13 to shoot for UConn, 54.3 in the ball game. Lopez Seneschal for 2, got it! We're tied. Timeout, Creighton.
And Lopez Seneschal turned around and she thought, wow, I'm wide open. I might as well shoot this.
Game high 17 for Lou tonight.
So watch this. You can see the defender got tied up down low. Looked like she got tied up on an Edwards screen.
So Lopez Seneschal, indispensable for the Huskies tonight. 7 for 11 from the floor. And Caroline Ducharme, after struggling in the first half, has lit it up.
But you know what? Shooters keep shooting. And that was a critical 3 from the corner. And famous for her step through with the sweet touch. And then here, the step through, the N1 that fouled out. Rachel Saunders for Creighton.
So Ducharme will go to the bench as the team comes back onto the floor. You see UConn shooting well in this fourth quarter. It'll be Griffin, Lopez Seneschal, Uhas, Edwards, and Mule, the 5 starters on the floor for the Huskies. Molly, Ronsick, Jensen, Batchelor, and Mogensen on the floor for Creighton.
And this is it. You know, play great defense if you're UConn, and Creighton execute and get the shot you want.
Knocked away by Uhas, and she will draw a foul on Molly.
Give all the credit to 6'5" Dorka Uhas, who's grabbing at that left hand the way she fell. Stepping in the passing lane with that right hand, and she got pushed. The official right there, Billy Smith, there with the call.
Some conversation going on with Karen Priato, the official, and Gino Oriello over at the UConn bench.
So
Second personal foul on Molly.
he's going to call a timeout, and then he's going to get the ball.
Advance the
UConn
ball,
will
yeah.
get the ball over there on the sideline right by their bench.
All right, they were offering him his options at that point. Well, Gary Apple and Kara Walters, no doubt sitting on the edge of their seats in Studio 31. And they'll have a full recap of tonight's game, plus hear Gino Auriemma's post-game news conference on the UConn Women's Basketball post-game show. It's presented by your local New England Honda dealers. Coming up when we're done here at Gamble. I mentioned Lopez Seneschal, leading scorer in the ball game for all teams, 17 tonight. Only taken one three-pointer, but Creighton's defense has done a good job, as other teams have recently, of taking that away from her. Instead, she's stepping inside there and making the shots.
Yeah, you've got to take what they're giving you, and you can't be a one-dimensional player. And Lopez Seneschal has proven throughout the course of the season that she's not.
So, something new here. Dorka Juhas will inbound the ball with the sideline play for UConn.
Caroline Ducharme coming back into the game for Griffin.
Is she able to?
No.
Not able to. They're not going to allow that substitution. Too late. So, Juhas here to inbound the ball. And Creighton doesn't put anyone on the sideline inbounding. Lopez Seneschal calling for help. Screen set by Edwards. Juhas steps out for a three. Wide open. No! Boards are crashed. And Jensen comes away with it.
There's a lot of time here.
Here's Molly. Feeds a wide open Ronsick. It's going to be an offensive foul! Offensive foul on Creighton.
Lopez Seneschal, that's the second big charge she's taken here tonight late in the game. That's a veteran play by Lopez Seneschal.
Fifth on the team, player control foul. Returning for the Huskies, number 33, Caroline Ducharme.
All about establishing legal guarding position.
And you see 30, Morgan Molly not happy with the call. She tried to pull up, and Jim Flannery says terrible. I understand that frustration.
So that is the third foul on Molly, and leaves us 16 seconds to go in a tie ball game, and UConn will have the basketball. What are you drawing up? What do you think?
Well, what I like about this play is, 16 seconds is a lot of time, but depending on where they're inbounding it, it'll be over in front of their bench. I like driving it to the basket because they don't want to foul you. The defense doesn't want to foul.
So Ducharme back into the ball game for Griffin.
Try to get the ball to Lopez Seneschal, let her drive.
Edwards will come get the inbound pass. There's Lopez Seneschal, defended by Batchelor. Ducharme drives. No. Back into the lane. Gets it knocked away. Draws the foul. Foul called on Batchelor.
Jim Flannery is irate on the Creighton bench. Good job by Jensen with the first stop. That looked pretty clean. Again, I understand his frustration. That looked pretty clean.
So Caroline Ducharme at the free throw line. UConn leads.
Regardless of what happens here, UConn has to be smart and not give up a three.
So timeout Creighton to advance the ball. And with 4.8 seconds to go in the ball game against a very good shooting, three-point shooting team, the Husky defense facing a challenge.
So let's take a look at this play that gave Ducharme the two free throws. It didn't really look like she was hit.
Maybe right there on the hand.
Isn't a hand
The bottom
part of the
hand.
ball? If anything, the defender tipped the ball. Carly Batchelor, the senior, who's had a terrific game. But it was a great aggressive take from Ducharme. That's what you've got to do, especially in those late game moments. Drive and try to draw the foul. You don't always have to agree with it.
Yeah.
God knows we've seen a lot of good and bad calls all season long.
Yeah.
Did you see the Super Bowl?
Yeah. Eagles fan speaking, folks, just by way of.
Very bitter Eagles fan.
Yeah. So here's the scene, 4.8 to go. Both teams are out of timeouts. And Creighton will have the basketball. They're going to inbound it from the near side. It'll be Griffin, Lopez, Seneschal, Mule, Edwards, and Uhas, the 5 on the floor for UConn.
This is the biggest defensive possession of the game for UConn. They can't give up a 3.
Jensen has the ball. She'll drive. And draws a foul.
What a smart play to go for 2. Smart play. Flannery's such a good coach. What a smart play by Jensen. She's got the bigger Aaliyah Edwards who can't guard her, can't stay with her. What a savvy play by Jensen. And similarly, no foul.
Missed the first one. So now
92% free throw shooter, Lauren Jensen.
Shooting in front of that UConn student section. So now, 7/10 of a second to go. Got to try and miss this one.
Got to box out.
Edwards gets the rebound. And that's it. UConn wins the ball game. They escape over Creighton, 62-60.
And the word is escape. I don't know if UConn was necessarily the better team tonight, but they made the plays they had to make to win the game at the end.
Well, Jim Flannery's team came in and gave UConn everything and more than they could handle. And serve notice that they're playing their best ball at the right time of the year. And for the Huskies, they remain in first place in the Big East after rallying from as many as 11 down to win by 2. Just watching the pictures, it appears that something unpleasant may have occurred over by the handshake line. Now, end result, UConn wins. Maria?
What happened in the handshake line just there?
Oh, nothing happened in the handshake line. Just, I thought one of their fans was giving our players a little bit of a hard time. Had nothing to do with the Creighton team at all.
Okay, well, it was a really hard-fought game. You guys came out with a win. How did you pull it off there in the 4th?
Well, number one, you see how much we miss Caroline. Okay? Number 2, I thought we got some great stops when we had to. We made some big shots when we had to. Like, we didn't do a whole lot right, except win the game. That was probably the biggest thing we did right, was win the game. And we gutted it out. You know, these kids, now I don't know where they got it, right? I mean, to play defense the way we did, and I'm just really proud of them right now.
Let's talk more about Caroline. First game back since December 31st. She has 10 points, all in the 4th quarter. What's your reaction?
Because she's one tough mother, man. That's why, you know, that's why I love the kid, and that's why, you know, when she's in the game, we're a different team. Because she just somehow, some way get shots. And she was in here today after shoot-around for about half an hour by herself, just shooting the ball, getting herself ready for the game tonight. I can't say enough about her. I'm just glad she's back, and they told me I could only play her 10 minutes each half. I don't know how close I got, but we'd have gone into overtime. I wouldn't.
Coach, thanks so much, and congrats on a big win.
Thanks, Maria.
By way of clarification, Caroline Ducharme played exactly 20 minutes in this ball game. By my math, that adds up to 10 minutes each half. And boy, what a contribution she made. Our player of the game presented by CSCU has to be Ducharme.
I mean, my goodness, she made big shots. You know, she made big shots and big plays when they needed them, and let's not minimize the free throws late to seal the victory. And just incredible for a kid who hasn't played in over a month.
Well, one of a couple of shots that went in a 5-0 personal Caroline Ducharme run when the Huskies needed it the most. UConn with a 2-point win over Creighton. Love those smiles. This is a team happy to have that kid back.